Okay. Testing, testing. One, two, three. We're here. We're live, I think. Unless something changed in the last, 90 seconds, we should be living here. Living La Vida Loca, as one might say. Uh, it's been a hot minute since I've been at the helm here. Getting my streamer narrator voice back, and I've got like fruit smiles from Walmart. Those are pretty good. Um, anyway, as the title says, I'm going to be yapping at you a lot. I'm going to be playing GregTech New Horizons. Um, for those of you that do not know, well, actually, I should probably get something else out of the way here. There is going to be dead air in here. I don't have background music or anything like that. I don't plan on doing this a whole awful lot. So it'll just be you and me, really, and whatever decides to show up in game here. Um, Other than that, I had something I was gonna say, and then I got distracted. That's gonna happen a lot as well. I'm going to get very distracted an awful lot. Oh, yeah. Oh God, I wonder how much of that was picked up. Hey, hey dog, Emily, what you doing? Anyway, what I was gonna say is it's been a while since I've been at the helm here, the old cockpit, and I've gotten a new computer since then. Old one fried. I was playing a game. It's actually sad. But I think we'll be a-okay here. I don't have anything too crazy planned. Again, just be talking a lot, playing some GregTech. Oh, now I remember what I was trying to get to. Um, the GregTech, what it is a mod pack that deals with uh, tech, as you might imagine. It's a tech mod pack. As one might imagine, it really deals with well, it's GregTech as its base mod, and it's got like a bunch of others tacked onto it. It's got a lot going on. I say that you can't see it. Hold on, let me. There we go. So, GregTech New Horizons, for those that don't know, is a tech mod pack starting from the Stone Age, and you have to. The ultimate goal is to build a Stargate, right? A reference to the show of the same name, Stargate. Well, movie, then show. Uh, Start out in the Steam Age. Not the Steam Age. You start out in the Stone Age. First tier that you actually get into is the Steam Age. Uh, you really just try and get a Stargate. Base mod is obviously GregTech. It's got 310 mods in the base version of this mod pack. Uh, you can add more depending on how challenging or easy you want it to be. I will be right back. I have to go deal with something. There it is. All right. Already off to just a terrible start here. Um, there's dog was chewing on the old nightstand, and I had to go deal with that. And then our weather radio that we have went off, so I had to go listen to see what that was. It's nothing here, so it's just silly. A lot of there's gonna be moments like that. Uh, so without any further ado, I guess the first topic I'm going to be yapping about while I go do some stuff is weather. Like meteorology is one of my favorite subjects on the planet. I love weather. I love the way weather works. It's great. Ouch! I hit my knee against my desk leg here. So let's get into it. I have played this world before, as you'll see here in a minute. I've played it a lot, as again you'll see here in a minute. Oh, also be ready. I have machines running, so it might be a bit loud. I still have to check the audio on this. Maybe. Yes? Oh, I'm not near them. Alright. Oh. Alright, I remember why I had those. Building a large chemical reactor. Got this large sifter workbench. I've just got a bunch of stuff going, and a couple other things I'll need to be doing for long. Is upgrading this water setup I've got. So, huge mess of pipes right here, obviously. It's not optimal, but it's the best I've got right now. Let me actually go show you what's going on up here. So, we've got uh, this water setup, which is a carryover from the old factory. I didn't want to move it. It's the old factory from the second expansion of the factory here. So I didn't want to move it. This is the most humid spot on the entire compound. So out of all of this that you can see, this area right here is the most humid spot. 60%. I think it does. Yeah, 80. Technically, it's right here, but the way it sets is there's just not a lot of it. There's 2 blocks. I think that's it. Yeah, 4 blocks total. It wouldn't have been a 6, I guess. But yeah, it's just really cold, so I wouldn't be getting as much water out of it either. You can see it's nighttime. Probably got the id portal going around here. I should probably turn off that waypoint. The coke oven. I don't really use it anymore. I'll get around to all of the other stuff here. I'm just going to show you what the main things are. Oh, yeah. Also, I've got stuff in my inventory. I'm making a bunch of circuits last time I was here. Nano suit absorbs damage and translates it to battery charge. I think it's from it's from a video game franchise. I'd have to remember the name of it. So we get onto the second floor here from the roof. This is the low voltage. This is where this lives. And I guess the remaining portion of my steam line. Got a crafting table. I got a hole in the floor here where I'm going to bring up the benzene when I get that going again. Also notice this hole, it does go down. It's all the way through. I've got a bricked blast furnace here. I still need to fill that up with charcoal. Oh. Oh, give me 1 second here, actually. All right, we're back. That sign I passed had a no word on it. Uh, a word used to describe gay people. You know, self-referential. Yeah. This is my lube tube. This takes creosote oil I get from the coke oven when I coke out wood and get charcoal with it. So this distills it down into lube. This runs on creosote. Goes down to my cutting machine on the second floor. I've got a centrifuge processing endstone for helium and endstone. Currently using heavy oil because I think that's just what I have a bunch of. Yeah, or else because it'll stop running because all the creosote went down there. It's my canning machine, forming press, wire mill. You know, they're pretty self-explanatory. Centrifuge, steam boilers, coal boilers. Go down to the main floor here. Actually, we'll go down to the basement. So this is most of my ore processor. There's a couple spots of it that aren't done yet. Really because I haven't figured out the logistics for it. I have to make an ore washer and a chemical bath. One takes water and the other, for all intents and purposes, will mostly rely on mercury. Other times it'll use sodium persulfate, which I don't really have a lot of. Actually, I don't have any. I do make some. But yeah, the complete line here goes from this dark steel chest. It macerates raw ore down into crushed ore, or macerated ore, which then gets macerated again into impure dust, which gets centrifuged out into pure dust. Um, Currently, I have a lot of dusts. This is radioactive. I'll need to move that all over when it's done. Steam storage, when I need to crack stuff. Basic liquid storage from old oil processing. It's been since outdated. Coins, I just have so many of them. It's not worth it to keep them in chests. On the other side of this is a room that I have to get through from the tunnel. This takes me back up to the main floor. This is just here. But multi-smelter. You can use it to smelt things like a furnace, research table for Thalmcraft, basic storage, terracotta. My medium voltage line lives here, powered by benzene. This is recent. Was originally powered with diesel, but I don't have constant oil. Yeah, I figured out how to get it, but I need to boost myself up a tech tier from where I am at, which is high voltage. What? Ew. There's a missing texture on my hand somewhere. Anyway, extruder, cutting machine, chemical bath, distillery, fluid extractor, precision laser engraver, uh, fluid solidifier, the extractor, circuit assembler. Not extractor, not to be confused with the fluid extractor. This melts things. This takes things out of things. Electrolyzer, assembly machine, mixer, centrifuge, chemical reactor, lathe, alloy smelter. A lot of these just have stuff in them that I just haven't taken out yet. I haven't needed. This has got a lot of rubber, different kinds of rubber in it. Yeah, I use this as a secondary to my high voltage line, really, because don't I don't have all the machines I need. Oh yeah, the super tank that's been sitting here for a while that has seed oil in it. I need to for biodiesel, so I'll need to be doing that sometime soon. High voltage line lives here. It's also powered by benzene. It's got a bending machine, polarizer, compressor, autoclave, electrolyzer, alloy smelter, mixer, centrifuge, chemical reactor, assembling machine, macerator, and fluid heater. Just running around. Oh, so much stuff. Oh, where I keep my Ender IO stuff. Oh, yeah, just do that. Pipes. I got a forestry work table, chest full of things, capacitor bank, powder storage. Lots and lots of storage for powders, some for ingots. So much powder. I don't know if I've alluded to this yet, but I've got a periodic table. That's what this is. Hydrogen. Only missing two elements from the regular periodic table. Radon and oganesson. Which I think the rest of this needs to be gases as well. But yeah, I've got spots for nitrogen, oxygen, fluorine, neon. When I get most of these, I don't have a lot of these. Helium, chlorine, bromine, xenon, krypton, argon, neon, radon, oganesson, I guess. Big wall of drawers. Oh, and that pipe that comes up from there, the water tank, as mentioned earlier, comes down to this crucible for Thaumcraft. I can make Thaumium and stuff with it. It's automatic, so I can pump water into it. But this allows magic vapor to get out without, giving me Fluix flu and all that. Blast furnace, electric blast furnace with nichrome, running fine. Which goes into this this vacuum freezer. About to macerator. Usually this won't freeze stuff unless I, you know, what's the word for it? Unless it comes out as a hot ingot from this, which, not everything comes out as a hot ingot. My XP bank where I store my levels. Helium 3 super tank, dirt chest. Yeah, I don't know why I made one of those. What will be a large chemical reactor. Automatic silicon. I say automatic silicon. It's a refinery. I just put the silicon in it, and it comes out solar grade, which is great. Take this chest. I'm gonna just pop it down somewhere. There. I'll figure out a spot for it later. Oh, this giant white building here is my clean room. Keeps my stuff clean. It is where I have to make my circuits, my higher tier circuits. So like actually MV and upwards for the ones I need have to be made in there. I have an elevator for it. I also have an elevator to go between the floors, but I kind of favor this hole that I've made. So you take this. You can also go outside, but I don't feel like it. You can take this tunnel, follow this pipe. This is where my fuel is made. So this I can't harvest yet. My crop manager I have under here isn't good enough. But I have crop manager which takes saplings or bonsai saplings, which they're just smaller. They can grow on a crop, an IC2 crop, industrial craft 2 crop, sticks, and they give the same drops, but they are a lot smaller. So, excuse me, yawning. So yeah, this turns, well, would normally, oh, you're making benzene? Alright, yeah. So this turns wood into charcoal and wood tar. Charcoal gets sent downstairs. The wood tar gets distilled down into benzene, which goes in power stuff. Right. A lot of this charcoal comes down here and is distilled into more wood tar, or fluid extracted into more wood tar, and then made into more benzene. So I have a lot of that. A lot of this also gives ashes, which I have a weight upgrade on because it maxed out my thing already. Big old mess of pipes over here that power itself, all that. Yeah, alright. What's that? Guess we'll hop on over to the old steel mill. I'm doing this because I need to finish making all this steel. But yeah, this is where I make steel. Alright, one of you doesn't have all this. You. What are you doing? There. Yeah. Steel mill. Run around over here because I can't get there underground yet. Water tank for when I had a glowstone processing line over here. Doesn't exist anymore. Come in here. Implosion compressor. Powered with creosote. Oh, yeah. Over there is a zombie plant. I don't really touch it. Doesn't do much. You look over there. There's a lit up area on that mountain. Or mesa. That's where I'm going to put my space center whenever I start getting there. Just run around over here. This is a peanut farm. I grow peanuts to turn into seed oil, which eventually gets made into diesel. Glow flowers. A lot of them. More peanuts. Useless bridge. Taro wort. And I got some this time. Yes! Finally. No idea how long I've waited for that. Seriously, it was forever. Should have a couple of crops in my inventory. No, I discarded them off. Alright. Anyway, continuing on with the tour. I've got farms. I got fruit trees. I've got my house. Got this thing. Trophies. Dog. You know, the huge monument. Monument. I think I've shown this before already. Agricultural section from when I still needed to eat. Oh, don't run on this. I would think an automatic sugar cane for harvesting stuff. Yeah, just yeah. Are you stuck? Where'd you go? Yeah, that was a blinding Enderman. He can just kind of do that. Sucks. But it is what it is. Anyway, over here is where I have the remnants of my old soybean farm. Just gonna have to go. A lot of candleberries. I don't really use wax anymore, so there was really no reason to build this by the time I had gotten to it. Mob cemetery, where I keep a lot of heads. Like, I mean a lot. That's the 100th zombie head right there. There's number 200, and 300 will see me down there. Sorry, I gotta shoot this thing with my gun. Oh! Vengeance. Vengeance on it. Got 104 creepers. I've got like 260 zombies. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 279 zombies. Sorry. It's been a minute since I've actually counted. Who's throwing webs at me? You? Oh, Cool. Blind. Alright. Oh, I can't run while blind. That's... There we go. Yeah. So mobs can spawn with just effects on them that make them a pain in the ass to deal with, or that will give you an effect upon killing them. It's like some can spawn with things like slowness. They'll give you slowness, or they'll give you weakness upon death, hunger. I don't really have to worry about. Give you slowness, weakness, hunger. Give you a multitude of things. Oh, you might also be wondering what that giant building is. We'll get to that in a minute. Or then, but yeah, let's get out of the basement. Actually, let's charge the old jetpack and go through what a lot of this stuff does. All right, I need to go get some crops while I'm in here. There's also other stuff I need to get as well. Could have sworn I had a spot with all the crops I needed somewhere. A spot, well, a thing. Crops I would be using. I guess not. It's almost done. Let's see for a second. Trying to not have dead air, which means I'm just yapping a lot about nothing. But it's a source of gold, which is good. I think this does more. Let's see if I did this right. I'm doing this because I need. There's a plant I want. I forget what it's called. It's really good. Actually, let me hold on. I have a resource I can look at just for this occasion. Oh, salty root. I need it for chlorine, infinite chlorine, and infinite sodium. So, to get salty root, I have to breed crops together. This isn't one I can just get. The best way to get that is Theru crops, which is iron ore, which is iron sources. And I think the best way to get Theru, if I remember correctly, is from gold, from Aurelia, which is what I have here. Let me put this back to salty root, so I have the thing pulled up. So there's that. So gold that. Yeah, it looks like I might need more gold. I probably will. I don't have a lot. 70 is a hefty chunk of change, but it isn't as much as I need for a lot of things, like Electrum, even though I have. It probably wasn't the best example. I have a bunch of it already. Yeah. It's just a thing. Right. Put this here. Get my Matic. Thought I had crop sticks in here for some time. I guess I didn't. Unless they're in here. No, this is all compressed stone. What? Is there a way to get the seeds out of it? I can make into a plant ball. Interesting. So, let me see if there's a way to get more seeds out of it. Crop Shining, Crop Aurelia. Oh, I have to get them from a loot bag. trash loot bag? Interesting. Get it from an HV loot bag, an NV loot bag, or an LV loot bag. Alright. Unless... No. Fine. I didn't want to do that anyway. So I have Aurelia, nothing to do with it. I can't leave these crop sticks planted. But I had to dig them up if I'm not using them, or else weeds will grow on them. And then they'll overtake my only Aurelia plant. I won't have any more of it. Anyway, put this back in my bag. What I'm going to do is finish this tour. This goes to the nether. I don't think we'll be going in there. This has a wall behind it. Goes under the house. This is my mine. This is where all my ore berries grow. This is my current source of infinite metal. I've got XP back there, gold right here, tin back there, copper right here, iron in that corner, and aluminum in this one. This goes to a small room underneath what I call my data center. It's got my Open Computers manual. This is just a spot where I do Open Computers, right? It's a mod pack that allows me to, well, make computers in Minecraft. So this is just a storage room for Open Computers parts. If I go across this hall, I get to the fuel storage room. This is where I keep my radioactive fuel, because sooner or later I'm going to try and build an aquata reactor back here to get power out of it. This is where power will come from to start with. This will be a benzene pipeline that runs here. We'll have a tank on it, and then it'll distribute to the rest of the plant. Leads us to the main floor. It's empty right now. This whole thing's empty, except for that fuel storage room. It's going to have to be empty for a while. Just a whole big area. This is testing. This will be testing computers and stuff that I make. This will be manufacturing computers. Right, and this is... I'll have a clean room in here for other circuits that need it. That's about it for that. I meant to do this first before going anywhere else. But, you know, here's what it is. Oh, I bet you noticed over there, I looked at it earlier, that is where I had a coal mine, right? I had a bunch of coal in there, and it's since been emptied. Yeah. I don't think there's any more coal in here. I don't think I've marked the vein as depleted yet, though. I know there's one around here that is depleted. Yeah, a copper vein. I mined that completely out recently. Let me go ahead. Something that I know might annoy other people, but I like to play, is the mob spawning overlay. I really don't like the mobs can just spawn anywhere I need to be. So, mob spawning overlay, it's nice to have around. You know? Anyway, let's go ahead and put this torch down here. Before I, put all these torches in here, it was just a mob factory. And I'd come here whenever there was a blood moon, and I would just go to town on some mobs. But recently, it's been a lot more dangerous to try and do that. So I decommissioned it. There's no more mob arena here. It's not what this will be. this will be just a flatter area. If I need to put things in it, I can. But it is not for fighting mobs anymore. Sad to see it go. It's really nice to play around with, but I can always just make another arena. I can always just build an arena. Keep it nice and dark in it. And mobs still spawn in a lot of this. As you can see back here, it's just barely lit up at all, even without me mining all this stuff. I think. One of the things I'm going to need to work on here before long is getting into space flight. Right. I need to go to the moon. All that jazz for things like titanium. Titanium is the material I need for extreme voltage. That's the next tier up. And extreme voltage is very important because I unlock my infinite oil recipe that I found. Let me actually see if I can pull it up anywhere real quick. Let me open paint.net. Actually, move this. No, what are you doing? I want this, not you. Let me see if I can find it. Should be here somewhere. Oh, it'll be before this. Let's see. Let us see. Maybe it's not in here. Maybe it's. No. Really? Silicon loop. I'm just. I don't have it in any special folder. I should probably put that in the other lines I'm making into one. That way I just have it. You know? Instead of having to search through everything. There we go. Alright. There. Good lord. Alright. Move this out of the way. Why are you still over here? Yeah. So, what I need for this is, I need a lot of machines. These I'll probably try and run at their minimum tier, except for the crop managers. I'll probably try and do those at medium voltage instead of low voltage. So what happens here is I get a lot of oak logs, right? And those get split between some stuff, right? These both get split between this pyrolysis oven right here, right? And then this macerator down here, right? So the pyrolysis, this first one, makes wood tar and charcoal. Charcoal gets, sent out to be wood tar, which becomes distilled to become benzene. Benzene goes on to be a power source and eventually will become nitrobenzene in that line. As well, it's needed to make gasoline the way I want to do it. Otherwise, these 10 oak logs and 10 wood pulp are ready as is. It goes to the macerator, it's turned into wood pulp, and is ready to use as is. These apples and oak saplings get turned into plant balls at 8 per one, so 4 sets of each for 8 plant balls, which are then macerated, turned into plant mass, centrifuged into plant chaff or biochaff, put into water, or given water in a pyrolyzed oven to make 10 kiloliters of biomass, which is then put in another pyrolyzed oven to make fermented biomass. Fermented biomass is then put in the bacterial vat. This is what is EV. This is what I need to power first thing with EV. That and the clean room that it has to be in. Because I'll need a petri dish with pseudo something Veroni, which is a oil making bacteria. Because this will make fulvic acid. Right, 10 of this becomes 1 kiloliter of fulvic acid, which then goes into a fluid heater, becomes heated fulvic acid, which is then reacted with chemical. Goes through a chemical reactor. I don't think there's really a catalyst. It just reacts with itself. Becomes kerogen, which is needed to make oil. Make synthetic oil like this, which is then mixed with the wood pulp from way earlier to make oil. 1,000 liters of oil, which has been distilled for things like diesel, and then distilled for diesel. I guess not distilled for diesel, heavy fuel, light fuel, naphtha, naphthic acid, all of that good stuff. Which I need for, well, the diesel I can probably do a lot without, but I need the gasoline for high octane gasoline, which is a very good combustion engine fuel. And I need the diesel. I'll probably use it to make cetane boosted diesel as well as my biodiesel to not only power things, but also I can use it for the first couple tiers of rocket to go to places like the moon. Yeah, I think the moon and Mars are the 2 places I can go with it as fuel. After that, I'd start investing in rocket fuel, which will be a whole thing of its own. But yeah, it's great. I love this kind of thing. That's why I love GregTech, New Horizons. I can just nerd out like that. And actually have to worry about things like balancing equations. You know? It's great. I'm lying, obviously. As much as I love math and balanced equations, this game is torture. Well, why play it, you might ask? Well, because it's like crack. It's very rewarding to my ADHD brain here. It's a bit. It's very task and to-do list oriented, which is something that I do good with. Swap these out. Grab this. There. I like these kinds of things, right? Makes it easier for my brain to process and register what I need to do, what I am doing, when I need more to do more, etc., etc. it's just great. There was other things I thought I was going to yap about, but I don't think I will. Just don't see the need to. But yeah, GregTech. It's fun. I love it. Oh, other thing. In a little bit, I might also play Team Fortress 2. Right? Team Fortress 2 Classified. Hate me all you want. I usually play on questionable ethics server. I know they're not the greatest at making balanced weapons and all that. I don't really care. I think it's fun. So I usually play medic, and I actually have a fighting chance in that game or in that server when I play medic. It's great. Not reliant on other people for my defense. I can just do that myself. It's nice. Let me go ahead and mine some of this extra stuff out. Small ores. The reason I'm not mining those big ores over there is because that's all vanadium, magnetite, and gold. Vanadium, magnetite, and gold. It's not something I'm hurting for right now. It's just not. I don't really need it. I don't really care for it. Oh, yeah, hole. Hello, hole. I guess I'll mine the small ore, but these big ores I won't touch. It's like, yeah, right there, gold already. It's funny because the ore chunk for gold is on the other side of this wall. So it's kind of lurching over into here, which I don't really appreciate. That's less room for my coal. Yeah. Not appreciated is what it is. Other recent-ish news. I've actually put in over 1,200 hours on this world alone. I love GregTech. I love technology mod packs. I love GregTech New Horizons more than other ones like Terraform or Greg. Both are fun, don't get me wrong, but GregTech New Horizons is definitely more balanced and less stuttery. I did? Okay, good. Picked it up. Didn't think I did. There. So, actually, I'll take these because they're ready as is. Is there anything else? No. Oh, yeah, bees. Bees are something I have as well. Really, I'm just trying to breed some for other things that I need. I guess you wouldn't know because I didn't explain it like at all. It's not really worth explaining. Not gonna lie, I'm already kind of bored of this. I don't really like streaming all that much. It's not my favorite thing in the world. So I don't usually ever stream for more than an hour or so if I'm doing it by myself. Which we're getting close to that hour, about 50 minutes in. But yeah. It's fine. Yeah. I think we're about done here. I know you didn't really see me do a lot. I just kind of walked around the base, didn't do anything entertaining. Never demonstrated my guns capabilities here. or explained a lot of the stuff I have. Guess I can do a quick rundown of like this my healing axe, which makes saturation and stuff not an issue. Ew. Spiders. Gross. Zombie, zombie, zombie. Yummy. There we go. That's another thing. You might call it cheatsy, but I can also see mobs against the yellow background here. Ouch. There we go. 40? Yeah. Oh, speaking of gun, my crossbow can do up to like 120 damage. I think it does almost 60. And I think it does double if you get it from far enough away. Which is insane. Oh, I missed. Oh well. Ooh, spider. Look at this stupid head. Stinking doo-doo head. I don't know why he wasn't hostile. Weird. They're usually like all over trying to just clobber me here. Let's go ahead and throw this in the trash can. Yeah, I kind of stopped at the mob cemetery. I don't really use it all that much. Indeed. It's just super overcrowded. I don't need all that much mob drops. Oh, is that done with endstone powder? That's what I have more of. Endstone powder! Let me make sure how much of this is actually done with endstone powder. So we'd like to get all of this done ASAP. Oh, hey, they're under a stack of knack powder. Should probably also get that one. So this, throw that, and throw that. There. Here, put you in here, and throw the rest of you back up here. 6, 7. Alright, anyway. Now that I'm done being stupid with that, just get a bunch of this healing 3 out of the way. There it is. Yeah, there's a lot of helium 3 in here. It's obscene. Let's move all this stuff down to the bottom. Which actually means I need to take this off. Almost forgot to put my radioactive protection stuff on. That would have been terrible for me. Probably entertaining for you. I'll have to freak out for a second. There we go. All this in here. Look at that. All of that stuff. 2,000 Naquata oxide. Which I think is less radioactive than the enriched stuff. Smelt down the magnetite. I'll put the iron dust up. Lignite coal. Dust goes back there. Iron dust goes right here. The reason I'm not running as fast as I was a minute ago is because I took the piston boots off. Those give you a jump boost and a speed buff. Yeah, it makes me run a bit faster, and it makes me run a lot faster on concrete, which already gives you a slight speed buff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. It's great. Been going for about 60 minutes almost. Uh, I will be seeing you around, I guess. Um, I'm not a huge streamer. Well, obviously not a huge streamer. I'm not really a fan of streaming. It's not my favorite thing. I'll do it every once in a while. But you'll probably see a video from me. I don't have any plans for videos right now, but you'll probably see one, I don't know, sometime soon, I guess. Don't hold me to it. But, just in case I don't see you,